Hey everyone, Ryan Young, Kama Jiu-Jitsu, and I hope you're doing well. So let's answer a question today. This one actually came from back in November. I can't say his name, it's written in Japanese. Nyushiran dos Isaido. Could be my reading of katakana is not correct, but I'm just kind of doing it on the fly here. All right, so his question. Hi, Mr. Ryan. I'm not sure if you might have already answered this question or not, perhaps a number of times already, of which you might be sick and tired of answering it. No. I was wondering if Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu emanates from Judo in its beginnings, so to speak, then why the seeming rivalry between Judo and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, if you don't mind my asking? I don't mind you asking. I do actually have a little bit of experience with this one. Because we do teach Judo here at Kama Jiu-Jitsu in our Texas campus, and one of our instructors in California, one of our junior instructors, GRACIE'S, in our Irvine campus is actually a Judo black belt as well, but we don't teach traditional Judo over at our Irvine campus. So here's the thing, we do enter our kids in Judo tournaments. Sensei Dean is very big on Judo tournaments, and I'm not one to say that our kids won't compete. A lot of people like to think because we're of the traditional Jiu-Jitsu style that we don't compete. No, we do. It's just not a priority for us, and it's not part of our growth plans. It's not how we market the school, anything like that. So we do enter our kids in Judo tournaments. We do come across the Judo versus Jiu-Jitsu thing. Now here's the thing. I don't have any problem with Judo. I don't. I took Judo as a kid. That was my first martial art. When I was a little kid growing up in Hawaii, we all want to fight. I don't know what it is. I had asked my mom, I said, Mom, let me take karate. And she says, first of all, Ryan, it's karate. I'm like, okay. Second of all, no. I go, why not? She said, because I don't want you kicking and punching people. I'm like, well, isn't that fighting? She says, well, I would rather you do Judo. And I guess my mom knew the difference. So she enrolled me in Judo at the local boys club, and I did Judo for a little bit. I was probably about first or second grade. Did it for about a year or two. Got my yellow belt, and don't know why, didn't do it after a while. Not sure. But anyway, that's just to say that I don't have any problem with Judo. I love Judo. Judo's fun. And if I didn't like Judo, we wouldn't have Judo in our school. And I wouldn't insist that we have a program available for our students to learn Judo. Now, granted, Sensei Dean does, being a blue belt of ours, he does know how I like to do things. I don't like that whole thing about, when you throw somebody, how you roll. I'm not into that. I want to make sure we maintain base and keep a good position so we can, get to a good fighting position after that, after you take somebody down. So, at the Judo tournaments, 2 or 3 times already, in about maybe 3 or 4 tournaments, I've had Judo Masters, old guys walking with canes, and none of them were Japanese, by the way. Sorry, truck there. None of them were Japanese. They were all Caucasian guys. What do we call the gaijin? They would hand me their business card, and they all do it the same way. Hand me their business card, and then proceed to tell me, you guys don't do the real jiu-jitsu. Well, yeah, Brazilian jiu-jitsu. It's not the real jiu-jitsu. Nobody ever said it was the real jiu-jitsu. Sure, it's called jiu-jitsu, but, we do the real Gracie jiu-jitsu, but are we doing real traditional jiu-jitsu? No, not if there's not a Gracie in front of it. Japanese jiu-jitsu? No. Nobody's ever claimed that. So then they basically tell me, if you want to learn some real Judo, come to me. I don't know what it is about these people. And it's not everybody. It's kind of funny where, we get both sides. Some people are just the nicest people. It doesn't matter if it's jiu-jitsu or Judo. Well, I take it back. Some Judo guys, or some jiu-jitsu guys are not very nice. But like with the Judo guy, 2 of them tell me, and these are old guys. They're probably 60s, 70s, walking with a cane, telling me that we're not doing the real jiu-jitsu. I don't care. So for some reason, I guess they maybe have it in for me or us as a jiu-jitsu community, because we were the only jiu-jitsu school that were in there competing in Judo. These are only little kids too. Little kids that, had learned their first judo, you know, other than what we did in jiu-jitsu, had learned their first judo maybe 3 months prior, 1 to 3 months prior. So they're brand new. But guess what? Our kids are doing well. So I guess even more it makes them upset. Nah, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is. You know, and then, but you know, there's rivalry. Whenever you're talking about a sport that has to do with combat, there's going to be rivalries. It just is. And people are going to throw their weight around here and there. You know, get this, right? At the Hicks and Gracie Cup, you know, we walked in with a team of 8. And we walked out with a 3rd place trophy. Team number 2 had 33 entrants. Team number 1 had 88 entrants. Team number 1 had 5 schools that came together to create one team. Team number 2 had 2 schools that came together to create one team. And being that Hicks and Gracie was going to be there, and we have Hicks and Gracie's name on our logos, it would only make sense that we send the team over to represent. You know, I don't know how many teams were there, probably 15 or 20, but yet we do well enough to get 3rd place team, right? You know, if it's not 1st place, you know, what do they say? What is 2nd place? First loser, right? But, you know, so Dave and I are at the podium to get our 3rd place trophy from Grandmaster Rickson. And the guy who was a number 1 team, I'm not going to say who it was, he looks down at Dave, he looks at the trophy and goes, oh, that's cute. You have to bring in 88 guys to win 1st place, right? You win 1st place because you had more competitors than everybody. Don't you get points just for being on the mat? It goes all kinds of ways. Jiu-Jitsu, judo. You know, it's funny where you just want to be mature about it. It's not a big deal. You know, if we're trying to better the art, or for some people better the sport, then, you know, wouldn't you want the competition? That's a train going, by the way. So here I am in Roanoke, Texas, right behind those trees, those oak trees, is a train. I'm just kind of in a parking lot right now. Been feeling a little under the weather. Figure I'd get some fresh air, talk to you guys. No, there's not a rivalry or anything going between judo and jiu-jitsu. It's just individuals who just feel that they need to let people know how important they are, or try to bring themselves up by taking somebody else down. And you know what? It doesn't matter. People are going to do what they're going to do. You know, the best way to shut them up is just do it on the mat. That's what we do. I hope all is well with you guys. And, you know, thank you guys for continuing to watch our videos, to subscribe, hit the thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the bell when you subscribe. That way you make sure that you get the new videos. Also want to let you know that many of you have been asking how you get Master Dave out to your studio, or I'll even come out to your studio too if you want. This is the year to do it, because you know from a video I did about 2 years ago, you know, we're trying to spread Grandmaster Rickson Jiu-Jitsu. You know, part of that task comes with letting enough people know that we're doing it. Right now is a good time to get somebody out to your studio from Kama Jiu-Jitsu to teach. And the reason is because we've been spending the last 5 years building our campuses up, getting some balls rolling on a number of different fronts. And we actually have our biggest endeavor that'll be coming in probably in the next couple of months, probably end of the first quarter of 2019. And there's gonna be a moment in time where that's gonna be ramping up. So we'll have some time to get out there and meet you guys. And that's what we wanna do. So I wanna make it easy for you guys, and especially for you smaller schools out there. Normally to get somebody like a Master Dave out to your school, it's going to cost a significant amount of money that most small schools cannot afford yet. You know, the bigger schools can, smaller schools have a harder time. 2019 is a year that we've set aside to get out there as much as we can, because come 2020, we'll be rocking and rolling on some other stuff. So if you want us out there, be sure to get in touch with us. Let's figure out how we can make it happen. You know, I'd love to have one of us out there to teach you guys and go over with you guys the invisible stuff, the invisible jiu-jitsu, the connection, the weight distribution, everything that we do at our studios. We'd love to do it, right? So be sure to get a hold of us. Best way is email, kamajujitsu@gmail.com, or you can private message us over on our Facebook pages. and we'll make it happen. It's up to you guys. You can lead the horse to water, but can't make them drink. So all I can do is just let you know that this is a year if you want to have us out there. All right, that's all I got for you guys. Take care and happy training. Bye-bye now.